Well, Michael, 3-0 win at home, never in doubt. So, what? Before we talk about the game, what are your overriding feelings at the moment? Exuberance or just relief? Or
Yeah, I think just relief. To be honest with you, I'm just happy we've stayed in the division because we made it really hard for ourselves, So as much as I'm happy for everybody, this should have been done weeks ago. Without being too negative, I don't want to be, because it's a great day for all the players. They've worked ever so hard, all the staff at the club. But we should have done this weeks ago. We've had some big performances of some games that we've lost. We shouldn't have lost. But listen, it was just relieved in the end. Absolutely great performance from the players. They deserve it so much.
And then, obviously, today was about the result. But any comments on the game?
Yeah, listen, couldn't be happier. It was a big occasion. You could feel it. The first 20 minutes, I felt like we were a little bit nervy, but we created a lot of chances. And I thought, for the way the lads performed today on such a big occasion, because when we are missing chances, it only takes them to up the park and score one, and it's totally different, and the atmosphere and that. But the lads handled it. I thought they were excellent. I mean, without being disrespectful to Fylde, they've done absolutely brilliant. Fylde have to come from where they have. Everybody thought they're dead and buried when Chris took the job, and they've been as good a team as anybody. And I thought the way we performed today were absolutely brilliant. If we'd have scored 4 or 5 today, it wouldn't have been justice. The amount of chances, and it's probably one of our most pleasing attacking performances we've had this year, because we ain't scored anywhere enough goals. Defensively we've been a good team, but we ain't scored anywhere enough goals. But the last 2 home games now, to score 6 goals in the last 2 home games, that's the way we need to go into next season, on the front foot.
And I suppose it's quite easy for players in that situation to sort of go into their shell a bit, but there wasn't really any sign of that today, was there? They pretty much on the front foot.
No, and I think that says a lot about the players, how far they've come. I think they really believe in what we're trying to do, and they're probably enjoying doing it. And it's, I've been here many a day when I took the job at the start, and you're getting chances and we're not taking them. And bloody, the opposition couldn't get one chance and score, or a set piece, and it's been frustrating and tough at times. And we've had to come through a lot of some tough days, but we got there in the end. We stuck together. We kept demanding as a coaching staff what we wanted, and we've demanded a lot out of the players. But you see days like today, when they get their rewards, it's worth it.
And just briefly give us an insight. You took over around Christmas time, the derby games coming up, and then we had like the loss away, big 6-pointer, what seemed a 6-pointer at the time against Ebbsfleet. So, and that was a disappointing loss. I mean, what have been the ups and downs like for you yourself?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think that Ebbsfleet game it did feel like it was a 6-pointer, and obviously remember the game well. I felt we were in control of the game, and they scored on a counter attack, which was disappointing. And again, as I say, once we went the goal down at that point in the season, it was always hard to see us scoring again. And we had some good chances in the end, but that was a bit of a turning point. We ended up playing Wylston here on a Saturday, which again was another difficult, probably first half. And it's strange how football works. We were right up against it. Then we go 1-0 down, and the crowd get pretty anxious, and which was, I understand that it's football. I've been there myself as a fan, and they're letting you know. And we end up scoring a goal, and then we should have won the game. But from that point on, we played Gateshead here on a Tuesday night, and we were absolutely excellent. But probably for me as a manager, that was the turning point for me of realising this is how I want to play. And we went out and started playing on the front foot, playing more attacking football, and played with two up front and started pressing teams high up the pitch, and it's worked, and we've got a lot of rewards for it, and it's pleasing, to watch that type of football.
And then we get to 52 points, and then everything's still hanging on the final game. You'd expect normally to be safe on 52, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah,
it's been a strange season.
I mean, the big thing for us is when we came in and took the job, we did genuinely think 48 to 50 points you'd probably be near enough safe, and it wasn't to be. And with all due respect, that's credit to all the other teams that are down there. I'm just relieved that we're not one of the ones gone down. Some of the teams have had incredible runs, and Boreham would have gone down. I remember we played Boreham here a couple of months ago, 3 months ago, and they beat us 1-0. It was a bit of a smash and grab, and it was quite a big game, because they were celebrating quite heavily at the end of the game, and they went on 36 points. I think we could have gone over them, and I remember it being a big sort of, you felt like they were safe, and they've gone down today. So it's funny how it works, but yeah, as I say, there's been some some tough moments, but I'm just glad we've got our rewards in the end.
So I don't know if you're a drinker, but I suppose a drink tonight and then, or a drink or two tonight. But what does the next week or so look like? Do you think?
Yeah, listen, straight away, to be honest with you, I'm mind turns to, some difficult conversations to have, now as a manager with players who we want to will probably leave the club, and then some good ones with people we want to try and keep. That's just football; it never stops, And we've got an awful lot of players here. There's probably going to be a decent turnover in players, but we thank all the players that we've brought in that have been here, and can't thank them enough. They've given me absolutely everything, and I couldn't be any more thankful. And then for the staff that have come in with me, Ben's been absolutely brilliant. Couldn't have a better assistant. Very lucky to have him. He's absolutely brilliant. I've been around football a long time, played and coached, and he's as good as an assistant is out there. He's great with the players. He's a good coach, and he's a great person first and foremost. But and Marlon, who we come in and inherited as well, has been absolutely great. And then Scott Cupboard has done two jobs. Scotty's worked ever so hard and doing the coach and getting the set pieces, him and Ben, and tidying them up and getting them right, and then going out and playing like man of the match every week like he has. He's been an absolute stalwart for me, and very lucky to have them people around me.
And a huge crowd today, 3,800 going home happy, so that's always a positive, isn't it, with season tickets going on sale now?
Yeah, look, I think the big thing for me today just shows the potential in the club. We've seen it here, and we played Aldershot on New Year's. The place absolutely jammed to the rafters, and the atmosphere was brilliant. And I remember standing here that night thinking, if we could get into a habit of winning games most week and being up the right end of the table, there's so much potential here to go and do that. I think it's our job now as a club to get out into the community a bit more. I think it's one big thing for me that I want to try and improve, is getting around to the players out around the schools and the local area, and try and get more people down to the ground. It's going to start with getting young people here, and we're in a great catchment area. We certainly need to build a fan base and get that next generation in here, but it's okay going and doing it. We got to do it on the football pitch, is the most important thing. So there's a lot of hard work to begin now in the summer, and but as I say, it's quite a good atmosphere around it. I think everybody will have a drink and relax and think, thank God we're in this league again for another year, because it would have been a travesty, I think, for the club to go down, and certainly for me as a young manager on my first job, it was would have been tough take, because you probably get judged on that as a young manager as well, that you took this club down. So I think for me, coming away, I'm absolutely delighted for the club, but great experience to be in that situation. I look back now, and I've probably never been as nervous before a football match yesterday and today. And I thought, this is what football's all about. It's about learning and getting these experiences. Not the experience you want. You'd rather be going into that today thinking we have a chance of the playoffs, not getting relegated. But it was worth it now to go through the emotions that you go through when you come through it,
Well, brilliant words today from everyone involved with the club, and job done today. It's nice to be able to look forward, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, and that's what we got to do. And as I say, it's something that we've been trying to do for a while. I really felt after we beat Dagenham we were safe, on 52 points, which works out now we were, but we weren't to know. And we go to York last week. It was a big occasion, and for us, and we came up a little bit short, and I was disappointed with how we performed second half. First half I thought we were very good. Second half really disappointed, but it probably shows the mark of how far the players have come. Good teams don't lose 2 games, and we've had a couple of defeats over the last couple of months, but every time we've had a defeat, we've come straight back with a victory or a performance, got ourselves a result. So there's a lot more in the players than they've shown probably first half of the season. We've got a lot out of them, but there's so much more to come from them,
Brilliant. Well, thanks for your time. Terrific today, and we'll be seeing you and hearing more of you in the coming weeks, I'm sure. But thanks, Michael.
Thanks very much.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. All the best.